Good evening everyone and welcome back to Outer Worlds. Now at the end of the last stream things went a bit staccato, laggy, however you wish to describe it. It was a problem with the capture card. We believe we have resolved it, but because of that I will be rolling back a bit towards there was a system save, point of no return. It had got laggy just a little bit before this point, but it wasn't horrible, so we will take it back to this point and land on Tartarus again and replay that little section so that it's not a complete lag fest. Now, has it actually got us to Tartarus? No.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am
Forgot about
receiving
this.
a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
What the hell is it with you people and landing violations?
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
If you're going to... no, let's go with the bottom one. You just go to kill me, no arrest or anything.
We're on lockdown. We have standing orders to shoot intruders on sight. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance?
You can let me out of this menu system.
Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Alrighty. So what weapons have we got? We got the... Is that the... Oh, it's the shrink ray. We got the sniper. We got the... What one was that? That's the weird like N-ray pulse thing. Yep. And then the plasma rifle. Cool. Hey, Jonathan. Oh. He's got 2 inches of water in his kitchen. That's not fun. Alright, we're going to take Bavati and Sam. Because clearly the best two. So I think my final decision is Vicar Max, you're just frustrating, annoying, and pretentious. Ellie, I wanted to like, but she just doesn't really turn into anyone at all interesting. She's just too interested in being a pirate. I think Felix would possibly have been an interesting character. I feel bad that we didn't pick him up earlier. And Nyoka was just dull. I mean, Sam doesn't have a personality, but he murders effectively, and Bavati, other than being cringeworthy, pretty cool. Hey, Joan. Hello. Ow.
Here we go.
Oh, that just actually started the fight. Oh, he didn't die. That'd be why it started the fight. Poor Sam. The commander.
Cycle complete.
Good.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardats.
Junlai.
Can't let you take all the glory here, bounty hunter.
Performing an area sweep.
Hit them when they're en raise. Whoa, something's hurt. No, wrong button. No, not that one either. What's the heal button game? That one. I mean, he wants me to go that way, so I'm going to have a look around first. Seriously? Hacking's not high enough? Wait a minute, wasn't there a commander somewhere? He was down here? Inferno side gold. No. Oh well. Can we get up there? No.
Used as a prison half for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Area sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Josh says, so Pavati's girlfriend is here. Does that mean we're getting poetry over the radio? I hope not, but I guess at least I wouldn't have to read it.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
Yeah, restricted access. Do I really want to be going down? Down seems like a bad place. But then I guess up high is no good if you've got no cover either.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Unit is clean, mean, and rip.
That was a commander. I'm taking no chances.
That's the last of them.
Weird drone thingy sneaking up behind me. Cheeky. Why did that commander go down in one hit and the other guy didn't? I guess it's possible I got a crit on one and not on the other, but... My mouse cable's hanging over the end of the desk.
Sanitize. Pollutant purified. Sanitization incoming.
Just yanked my aim off completely. There we go. It's back on the desk again now. Shoot him? He was in the wall. Of course he was. Jaron says, maybe the commander just bought his commission. Never seen combat before. Going full Napoleonic on that theory. What do you reckon? Up the ladder? Oh, hello.
Purify.
More things down there. What does this little lever here do? Oh. Let's send the elevator up or down, isn't it? We have in here loot. Not amazing loot, but loot all the same. Is that like a way to get down from the air vents or something? Oh no, vending machines. Let's sell all of my junk. Yeah. Alright. Buying. Nothing particularly interesting. I mean, it's Space's choice. There's never anything interesting. I mean, nobody else is doing much better at this point. Seriously disappointing, guys. The vermin, too. Shot cannon. What we got? A plasma rifle. Plasma carbine. No, just disappointing. Can we upgrade any of the things we got equipped? Plasma rifle. No, the rest are all sort of named things. Okay, what can we put in the plasma rifle? Crit damage bonus, noise range reduction. A silencer on a plasma gun. Okay. Sway. A speedy mate barrel increases rate of fire. Rate magazine size. Damage type plasma, isn't it already plasma? Damage type shot. You know what plasma's good against? Versus, I mean, electrical seems to be good against the robots. I'm just going to go with the magazine size. Post armor damage dealt. Weapon range. Post armor damage. There we go. Transition to the pits. Medical drone? Don't believe you. Locked? No, we can hack it. Grab a few things. Let's see what's on this computer. Alright, access the storage manifest. In, dimethyl sulfoxide canisters. Straight jackets out, riot batons. Ballistic vests. In, hibernation chamber. Out, indoctrination pamphlets. In, false classification system refills. Hibernation chamber. Material storage and shipping containers. Note from your favourite warden, please do not leave perishables in here. We've marked this as a cold storage because we're starting to move pots in here. This is not an actual freezer. The next time I find a decomposing woolly cow box in here, I'm leaving it in the air conditioning intake for a week. Right, architectural records. Structural changes needed to accommodate hibernation chambers. Beginning with the requirement that every chamber receive a constant supply of at minimum 34 kilowatts and that occupants of these chambers be injected with a steady supply of UDL's painted Vito hibernation fluid, and the run-on sentence carries on for 12 pages before finally concluding. And thus, in order to maintain structural integrity throughout the area designated the pit, we recommend that chambers are installed in a cylindrical fashion around a supporting structure dug into the crust of Tartarus to a maximum depth of. This conclusion extends for another 2 pages.
Entering quiet mode.
Solitary confinement prisoner manifest. Okay. Possession of anti-UDL communications, inciting violence. Random selection. Hey, Trooper.
Done quiet.
No phone. No. I didn't say okay Google. Stop trying to voice activate things. No. Sorry about that. Oh, I didn't mean to take that gun. Never mind.
Toxin neutralized.
Zombie time!
Backless.
Stay down. We won't comment on how she got that.
Nothing personal, I swear.
Guess we're going up here.
Bag required. Take out the trash.
Uh-oh.
Nice hit.
I like this gun. I like this gun a lot. Go on, Sam. Go on, Sam. Coat him. Sam's quick. Turn around. He's just there.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Stellar Bay as well. Iconoclast, you're a bit late to the party. I've kind of done all the work. the hell did you come from?
Sora can see me now!
This area has been sanitized.
Good job, Sam. He made me jump. Pavati? There you are.
On the job. Clean cycle up to industrial stain.
I'll make you pay!
I'll fix you right up!
That wasn't the button I wanted. Ooh, another computer. Unsealed door. Cool. Em Rockwell. Random automated gun drones. We'll swap to another gun. Sure, this is a cutscene, but
Well, look who it is.
wonder what happened if we'd nailed him.
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
And... oh, I had heard you were dragging around a repurposed janitorial mechanical? My staff jokes that it's because you're a walking pile of refuse.
Interactive database updated. The unique organic substance labeled Chairman has been classified as filth, imminent for incineration.
That's why we like Sam.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Chairman of work, well, I presume.
My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
Please, Phineas would rather die than cooperate.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
You're getting Sam to the face the first chance I get to push that button. No time to lose then. I need to get him out of here.
I'd be tough. I see it now.
Sam!
Middle name. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Complete with the green screen and everything. It's not very evenly lit though. That shadow wouldn't green screen at all. That's far too bright. Subpar work. Subpar. Assortment of adhesive notes. Rockwell visit to do. Confiscate badges done. Reprint badges pending. Change maintenance locks pending. New locks. Order new locks done. Cool. Cameras. Trying to get straight with Akande's orders. Only a few things more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about the cameras. She says security footage ain't enough when they need proper reels. What's going on? He's bringing a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up too. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's a fine mess down here. Said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush hush, but I guess the VIP's been on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track some down. And the last one. Appreciate it. You know her. We miss a check on this list. It's our heads. You have no idea how tough it was getting a green top. Where would you even find a green top? That is a very good point. Hey fellas. Heads up.
Muting volume now. This unit is clean, mean, and
All right,
ready
damn it.
to... build germs.
I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
Oh, Sanjar. Come on, corporate trooper, you got him.
And maintenance
You
jobs
you have.
fulfilled.
Unexpected. There we going? It's middle bit. Okay. Do-do-do.
Difficult job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain out remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Me, maybe? You sure love talking. Do they pay you by the word?
Typical. Running your mouth in the middle of a crisis. It's almost as if you delight in chaos. I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked.
Can we hurry it along? I've got a colony to save.
Leaving you alive was my greatest mistake. But it is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Do we know what her plan is? I don't think she's told us yet. Don't test me, Sophia. It's bad for your health. Yep.
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. I wish you'd simply cooperated with me. You're the finest marksman in Halcyon. You could have been my gun.
I wonder if she would have said that if you'd picked other skills. I'm guessing if you went melee, they would have said something different. It probably looks at your highest weapon skill. Do your worst, you psychopath.
If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Cool. So this is going to be the big boss fight then. That's down. The other way go somewhere. Healed. Oh. There's the aforementioned big boss. Got a riot shield. Nasty cannon. Trying to see if we can see a weak point from up here, but it doesn't look like it. Right, now, what armor are we wearing? Sneak attack damage, long guns bonus. Have we got any weird, like, drug things? Health regen. What are they going to be? Thought by value? Ooh. Double oxygenated energizing spray. Sniper. Critical damage plus 15%. Bonus to extra headshot. Weak spot damage lasts 25 seconds. I don't know how we trigger it. Is the concern. We will have a quick check of the settings. Controls. Key bindings. F is the inhaler. I don't actually know. Well, this is going to be a problem. So I guess we'll just take one from here. If we can work out how to take one from here. Pavalti hammer time! Sam!
Mode activated.
Got him. Yeah. There was a lot of those. You two coming? No.
Why won't you just die?
One order of frickin' fan coming up.
Good job, Sam. I was expecting talking. I guess not. Sure, why not? Perks. Do we need another perk? Damage. Handcuffs. Guess we just grab Finn. Oh, oh. Do I really want to pull that lever? Surely that's gonna like... Oh, it does let him out. Okay. I was expecting to electrocute him or something.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
You alright? What did they do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Alright, we have a lot of work ahead of us. We'd best get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Okay, number 2. You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence further cemented Ellie's perspective. She understood she could never truly rely on others, so she set about making sure she wouldn't have to. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She enjoyed a long and infamous career running missions across the system. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker. And Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
And there you have the end of the Outer Worlds. And it's also kind of nicely set up for there to potentially be a follow-up, where you, I would say, go and investigate what's happened to Earth. So we'll have to keep an eye on that in the future. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I'll have to give it a while before I come back to it and try to play it through as like a corporate character and see the other ending. I'm aware of yet another ending, which is if you have a dumb character, you can accidentally jump the ship into the sun. and just end the game. You never see Tartarus. But I'm not sure I'll worry about that one. I still think Sam is the best character in there, though. Parvati's, not Parvati, it was Junlai's poem coming a close second.